In about an hour, the Kelso City Council will consider a defiant proclamation instructing police not to enforce Governor Jay Inslee's stay-at-home order. We want to know why. Wayne Haverly went to Kelso to get some answers for us. What did you discover, Wayne?
Yeah, well, Cowlitz County has not had a new case of COVID-19 in well over a week now. And in some of the business owners in Kelso, especially, they're very anxious to reopen. And you could hear some of that sentiment in the proclamation that one council member put together that they're going to be talking about tonight. However, not everybody agrees with that council member, and that includes the city's legal staff.
The pandemic's economic effects are clear in downtown Kelso. Chow Johnson's tailoring shop is one of few businesses open. She became an essential business by making much-needed masks. Her husband, Dwight, barely survived the H1N1 virus in 2009. But even so, he believes more businesses should be allowed to reopen in Kelso.
Restaurants, they're struggling so hard right now. I'd like to really see them open. And I'm just dying for some good pancakes.
Kelso City Councilman Keenan Harvey went a step further and proposed a proclamation that in effect instructs city leaders to ignore the governor's stay-home order. It states in part, Kelso City employees are not employed by the governor of the state, thus making the decision to enforce Governor Inslee's orders a decision of the city council. Kelso City Manager points out the proclamation is just the view of one member on an 8-person council. The legal counsel in the city, what is their recommendation when you look at that proclamation?
Their recommendation is not to enter into anything like this that would bind the police department or the city into making decisions against the governor's orders.
Cowlitz County resident Penny Taylor says she doesn't care what the council decides or when non-essential businesses are allowed to finally reopen. Until there's a cure, she's playing it safe and plans to stay home as much as possible.
I personally think I've had it, so I'm really good with whatever, but I'm still going to be social distancing.
And there are currently 69 total cases reported in Cowlitz County, and most of those, many of them at least, were connected to that poultry plant outbreak that happened a couple of weeks ago. There has not been a new case reported in the past 11 days, and just today, the county health department actually applied with the governor's office for a variance to go to phase 2 in all of this. I contacted the governor's office, and they told me that they are looking at all the data, and they do expect to add a couple of counties to the list of phase 2 counties in the next couple of days. So we'll see what happens. Back to you.
We will. Thank you, Wayne.